I saw a video of the guy that's a snake
Today? Like
on
present
April
day?
Fools. Yeah, like him today. And he was like, "Okay, everybody, you got me. I'm not a snake. I'm just kidding. I'm a person." And then he went, "Psst, just kidding. April Fools, I'm a snake."
Hell yeah.
The amount of like happiness that my whole body felt whenever he said he was a snake.
And we were just talking about that.
We were just talking about him.
That's so funny. Welcome back to That's Unfortunate. I'm Tori.
I'm Courtney.
And we're wearing the same outfits as the last episode because it's the same day. On today's episode, we're doing some Reddit stories.
Yeah.
And
that I found.
I've never read them, so Courtney's going to read them to me. I'm going to react and
I'm going to warn you. I read them. So I like loosely skimmed because I wanted to be surprised too.
yeah.
Yeah. So like I know the gist, but I don't know all the details.
Perfect.
So if it's trash, it's not my fault.
That's okay.
Literally exactly my fault, but that's fine. Okay, this is on the Reddit confession portion of it. And it says, "This started as a dumb excuse, and now I'm in too deep. Years ago, I went on a date with this girl who was obsessed with peanut butter. She kept pushing me to try her peanut butter smoothie, even after I said I wasn't in the mood. Instead of just saying no, I blurted out, 'Oh, I can't. I'm allergic.' Big mistake. She was super concerned, asked a million questions, and I figured, whatever, I'd never see her again. But then she introduced me to her friend group, and they all knew about my allergy. At that point, correcting it felt too awkward. Fast forward 6 years, I'm still friends with these people. My allergy is a known fact. They warn restaurants for me. They check ingredients. One of them even threw out a peanut butter cake someone brought to a party just to be safe. The worst part, I love peanut butter. I eat it in secret. I have a stash at work. Once my best friend said, 'Man, it must suck not knowing what a Reese's tastes like.' And I just nodded solemnly. Now my girlfriend, who also believes I'm allergic, wants us to move in together, and she's super cautious about food. I'm terrified she'll find my peanut butter stash and think I've been lying to her, which I have for years. I have no idea how to get out of this. Do I fake a miracle recovery, a medical diagnosis, or do I just keep the lie going forever?" The end.
First of all, that is some shit I would do.
Right?
Because I'm a people pleaser. I would be allergic to peanut butter my whole life.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's hilarious. If you did something like that and you're like, "Tori, actually I'm not allergic to peanut butter. We had just met.
Yeah.
I didn't want a smoothie at that moment." I would think that was the funniest thing on the planet.
Like, I'm lactose intolerant, and you bought Lactaid to keep at your house? Because that's what best friends fucking do. What if I said tomorrow, I just didn't want a milkshake or ice cream, and you wanted it, and so I just was nervy, and I told you I was allergic?
Is that what you did?
No, I fully will shit my pants if I have ice cream without. I told you. Last weekend, I didn't come over to your house a day because I had a dairy reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that didn't happen. But yeah, agreed. And that would be so funny.
It would be hilarious. Like,
So-
if you told me that, I'd be like,
Oh my gosh, I would giggle so hard. I
Wow.
think if you told me that, I would just be like, yeah, oopsies. That's okay.
yeah. It's not like a huge lie. Like, you're affecting people's lives. Now, the throwing away of the peanut butter cake somebody brought,
Yeah.
maybe don't tell that person who brought the
No.
cake.
Or like if they bring it up, just be like, I know that was a really tragic moment in my life.
Buy them another peanut butter
Here's
cake.
peanut butter cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 years.
Hiding. All I can imagine is like having a secret thing of peanut butter in the pantry somewhere, like
Like
a
hidden
secret compartment. And she just runs in there when she's in the shower and it's like eating a spoonful.
like at your desk at work, and there's a drawer full, just full of peanut butter. Honestly, maybe even no containers. Like it's just peanut butter drawer.
With a big
They
ass
dip
spoon.
a cracker and Because I regularly go and get a spoonful of peanut butter just 'cause
Yeah.
it's delicious.
Mhm.
Oh, man. Somebody, one of the first, like, subreddits or whatever is, this is the perfect time of year, actually. Start sniffling. Find some irritant to make yourself sneeze occasionally. Fake a pollen, ragweed, air allergy. Complain loudly about either the symptoms or the side effects of the Claritin you're definitely taking. Use that as your excuse to go get an allergy test where you are going to test negative for a peanut butter allergy, which must have worn off as you got older. And because you and your friends have been so careful to avoid exposure, you'd have never known for the seasonal allergy.
That is the other route that you
Yeah,
can take.
that
Just
is
because
so-
people say
Calculated.
you can be allergic to stuff and become unallergic and vice versa. So.
Someone said that's Walter White level lying.
Damn.
Wow.
6 years.
That's a long time
That's
of
a
not
long
getting
time.
to eat peanut butter.
Also, I'm a terrible liar. To lie, I'm just spiraling the whole time. Like people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they know. They're
Uh-huh.
going to find out. Everybody's going to hate me." That's
Yeah.
the
I think on literally like the second time it got brought up, I would be like, oh. And then you'd see my face and I'd be like,
actually.
yeah, I'm not. I just didn't want your smoothie.
Yeah. Maybe I don't like drinking after people and I didn't want to say like
Be rude, yeah.
like it's so rude to like I don't love drinking after people. I do it sometimes, but
Mhm.
like especially people I don't know that well.
Mhm.
It sounds so rude to be like, I don't drink after people because
Mhm.
that makes you seem like you think that they're gross.
Mhm.
But that's not the case at all. Like, I really hate being sick.
Mhm.
What if you're sick?
Yeah. That one made me giggle.
Super funny.
Fully somebody would know
Yeah.
so quickly that I was lying.
I don't eat a ton of peanut butter. I like Reese's
Me too.
and I eat a peanut butter sandwich every now and then.
Yeah. I don't eat a ton of it, but I do randomly go in for a spoonful.
Mm-hmm.
But James is a peanut butter fiend.
He eats a lot of it.
So much. Like, I feel like if I was living by myself and I had a tub of peanut butter, it would take me a long time to go through it.
Yeah.
Months. Him, it takes him like a couple of weeks to a month, like max.
Okay.
I feel like I could probably have the whole container for a whole year. The second one is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
We're done with peanut butter.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I need to say on peanut butter.
Me too.
Moving on.
Okay. This is the subreddit marriage.
Okay.
It says, I don't know what to do now. This will break my husband's heart and my sister-in-law. My husband's sister. I guess I should have said parentheses and close parentheses, but whatever.
Wait. Start over.
This will break my husband's heart and my sister-in-law.
So his sister?
My husband's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Last Saturday, it was my brother-in-law's 40th birthday. We celebrated with a vacation to Mykonos. Cool.
Cool.
My mother and father-in-law, husband, his sister, her husband, and me celebrated vacation in Mykonos. So it was the mom and dad, husband and sister, husband and her. 3 couples. Okay. I have been married to my husband for 12 years. 10 of them are without sex. What the relationship lacked in sex, it compensated in affection and intimacy. Okay. We love each other. I have never been so loved in my life, and I have only had negative experiences with sex, so I chose to stay married to my husband. Beside the panic that I get some nights with the thought that I might never have sex again, my life is happy. My marriage is happy. We have a lot of friends and great families that love us. We have money and we have great careers. I'm 39, and the thought of living without my husband for some chance at sex is unbearable to me. My husband is 50. He is not going to start having sex with me now. He said that he does love me and that nobody will love me the way he does. He said if I left, I will maybe have sex but never be loved. I'm 39. Nobody will be interested in starting a life with a 39-year-old. My brother-in-law has been married to my sister-in-law for 20 years. They have 2 children together and they just bought a house. They're not financially stable to get a divorce, and it will ruin my sister-in-law's heart and future. We slept together twice in one night in Mykonos. Everyone went to bed but us, and we started talking and drinking. I told him everything, and he was shocked that I haven't had sex in so long. And I don't know, but my longing just took over me, and when he touched me, I let him.
Ooh.
I'm not trying to make excuses. I hate myself for what I did, but I don't know what to do now. I love my husband. How can I tell him what I did? Especially because this is what he knows I long for. The only thing he can't give me. And my sister-in-law and her children, I can't ruin them. I need help. Please don't judge me too harshly because I wish I was never born. I am thinking of 2 options. Live with the guilt, ask for divorce, but never tell my husband why. Save him and his family the pain, or at least say that I slept with some stranger.
Well. Ew. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, like, your partner should never be like, yeah, you could like leave me, but no one's ever gonna love you like me.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Thank you. That was, as I was reading it, I was like, ew, why would you say that?
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't have slept with your brother-in-law, but
Nah,
it's okay.
definitely should not have done that.
It's okay, girl.
Of all the people.
It happens to people, I guess. But yeah, I think you should just get a divorce.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell him that it was your brother-in-law, I guess. Unless you want to keep having sex with your brother-in-law.
Breaking up a 20-year marriage. But something's wrong with that guy if he's just willing to go have sex with somebody else.
If my husband slept with you and you think, oh, I don't want to break up your marriage, girl, break it up.
Yeah.
I don't want to not know.
Mm-mm. I don't want him anymore.
I don't want him anymore. So,
Yeah. Also, the whole, like, being in a sexless marriage and that just being okay with him.
interesting.
Is he asexual? Is he finding sex somewhere else? Like, what's happening that you haven't had sex in so long?
Yeah. And sex isn't everything, but it's, it's a way to be intimate.
And if one partner wants it,
then it's a problem. And also 39 is not that old. You can find somebody.
The way she's typing is like she's old, though.
Oh, really?
That was hard to read. I edited it a little bit as I was talking. One of the first subreddits says, like, are you capable of sustaining a sexless marriage without betraying your husband again? And then the original poster said, I haven't thought about this yet. I know what you mean. My marriage is over, not only because I cheated and my husband wouldn't forgive cheating, but also because of what you said. I obviously couldn't stay in a sexless marriage.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like there's so many different, like, problems in this. Somebody else commented that your husband sounds like a controlling asshole.
Yeah. That was my first thought. What year was that posted? Is it new?
2 years ago. And there's not any other updates.
Well, I hope she's getting laid somewhere.
I hope so too.
Maybe in Mykonos again, because that sounds sick.
Honestly, but just go find, like, some Greek man.
Yeah.
Like, I have a brother-in-law.
Me too.
And he is my sister's husband, not like my husband's brother or in-law somehow. Okay, so, like, related to me, whatever. But I can't imagine. Even on the drunkest of nights.
Are you caught up with the White Lotus?
Are you?
No, but I've been watching a lot of stuff.
Will you see all of it on TikTok?
Yeah, I've been seeing people talk about the incest on there.
So, White Lotus, what's it called whenever you tell somebody something before?
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Dear God. I was like, trigger warning. That's all my brain could think of. Spoilers for White Lotus. Yeah. The brother, like, jacks off his brother while he's having sex. So, like, there's a girl on top of him, but he's doing this to his brother.
Ugh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they're like on drugs
Yeah.
and drinking and
But still,
they kiss
I
at some
heard.
point
Mhm.
and the girls laugh because they're like, we kiss, now you kiss. Hee hee hee. When James and I watched it, we watched it together. I sat there and I was like, could you ever kiss your brother? And he was like, no. And I was like, he was like, a peck, like maybe on the cheek. Like, you would kiss him a peck on the lips just to fuck with him fully. Like, I have no doubt because you're a big brother, you would totally mess with him in that way.
Mhm.
Do you watch White Lotus?
I watched a little bit of the first season, but I haven't watched any more of
I
it.
feel like it's kind of the type of show you would like.
Yeah, because it's like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get back
But
into
I
it.
feel like it's weird but good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And there's like a little bit of a mystery in each one of them that you get
Yeah.
to solve, and I feel like you would solve it right away.
Probably.
Maybe not.
Or
I don't
just
know.
solve it wrong the whole time, just guessing more and more.
That's what I do every time. I'm like, it's got to be this person.
Mm-hmm. The lady who plays. What's that woman's name? The blonde lady who's really funny. She
Jennifer
dies.
Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge. She
Mhm.
dies. I didn't know that, but somebody spoiled it for me.
That's at the end of the second season, though.
Okay, so I
So-
can have her for 2 seasons.
Exactly, yeah. And she's funny the whole time
I love Jennifer Coolidge.
and a little bit kooky
Yeah.
in, the best Jennifer way possible.
Stifler's mom.
Yeah. My brain took half of a second. Love those movies.
I was like looking at you like,
Yeah, I've seen
surely you
American
watch
Pie.
those.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've seen American Pie, and I watched them before I was allowed to watch them. Like, my parents were very strict on the whole PG-13. You can only watch it when you're 13, and then I wasn't supposed to watch till I was 18.
Mhm.
And I fully watched American Pie at like 13 or 14. I don't know. I was babysitting my siblings. They went to bed. I stayed up and watched the DVDs because my parents had the DVDs
Oh,
of American Pie,
okay.
which is wild on their part. Like, why did they have those?
Mhm.
And I watched every DVD that they had. And then I left the DVD in the DVD player.
And she found out.
Yeah. I think also maybe Emily, my little sister, like came in and watched it behind the couch or something when she was supposed to be in bed, and she probably told my mom, like,
Mhm.
I saw boobies. It's all Kiki. It's all Courtney's fault. Sorry.
I don't remember when I watched them for the first time.
Yeah, I just
I was
remember being
young.
in trouble.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't understand any of it until I watched them again as an adult and was like,
Mhm.
oh man, yeah, maybe I should not have watched those. But I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So does it really matter?
I remember just vividly, my mom didn't monitor anything I was watching
No.
ever. There's stuff that I think about how I was watching it, and I'm like, woo, should not have been watching that. And some stuff I even knew I wasn't supposed to be watching it. Like, there was this anime called School Days,
Mhm.
and I found it online
Mhm.
on a random website, and I was watching it, and I would always go. I was using my iPod Touch to
Mhm.
watch it when I would go to Nikki's house because she had internet. I didn't
Mhm.
have internet. And I would go into the, like, computer room. You know?
Mhm.
Did y'all have a computer room?
Mm-mm.
She had the computer room. And I would sit with my back or my front to the door and my back to the wall. So if
Mhm.
anybody walked in, they wouldn't be able to see what I was watching. Like, I was not monitored correctly.
Sneaky.
Um,
I don't know if I was monitored correctly or if like I just didn't try very hard to do sneaky shit like that.
mm,
Because other than those DVDs, I didn't do a lot of like weird YouTube searches or pre-pubescent porn watching.
mm-hmm.
Like, not too much of anything. You're gonna have to bleep out the word porn.
Nah.
Should I say it and say corn?
If you want. Yeah, anyways, I wasn't monitored properly, which is okay. I'm fine.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out too bad. Yeah, I was a little sneaky with it. Even just random things like Robot Chicken. That was a crazy thing I would watch.
What is that?
It's like a Adult Swim thing.
Okay.
It would only come on at like midnight.
Hmm.
And it was pretty graphic and dirty.
Mm. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch like Family Guy.
Mm. I watch Family Guy.
So, and they weren't like crazy strict about it, but I wasn't allowed to watch it.
A lot of Adult Swim stuff, like specifically Samurai Jack,
Okay.
which isn't bad. It's just like a samurai named Jack. I don't even remember what was happening, but I know that I would set an alarm on like my iPod because I couldn't have a phone. I could only have my iPod, and I would wake up at like 1 a.m. to watch Samurai Jack.
Wow.
This kid needs to sleep. Why am I waking up to watch a TV show?
That's commitment.
Do you have any more stories?
Well, I did earlier, but before I actually got the Reddit app, because I just got Reddit today, I was just looking at them on like my phone Safari, and now they're not there. This is just give me your most dirty / weird confessions. So it's gonna get raunchy.
Got it.
When I was short and sweet. When I was very young, like 12, and had no access to porn or internet, I used my crappy Nokia and take a photo of my own butt from an angle where it seemed like a girl's butt and jerked off to it.
No way. All right. Kid, I guess.
Also, there's nothing that we can say in response to these. I'm just gonna read them anyway, though.
All right.
This one says, I used to draw naked ladies and jerk off to it. Okay. I, 21 female, lost my virginity to a 37 male a few weeks before my 21st birthday in the back of a van in a Walmart parking lot. We're engaged now.
A love story, you say?
It says a year ago. This is by Brunette Skeleton. I hope you're okay and you're not still engaged.
Yeah. It's a little too young. Your frontal lobe, still working on it. Sorry if anyone's heard me picking my fingernail polish off the last episode, the episode before that, or this one. Because I can't fucking stop. And the last one I edited, I could hear it. But hopefully it was just me and it wasn't for y'all. But I'm going to stop now.
Earlier, I was picking at the side of my nail. So it could be me.
Yeah, I did hear you earlier. But in that episode I edited, it was me. Because you could see me like ripping it off.
I just had one little spot on the side of my nail that I needed to remove. Okay. When I was in my early 20s, I met a guy I had been talking to online at an Arby's parking lot and gave him head. Have you ever been to Arby's?
We have the meats. Yeah, no, well, I guess.
What a choice.
I don't frequent Arby's, if that's what you're asking. But
it says, like, he got in my backseat, introduced himself, and the entire conversation after that was spent with his dick down my throat.
Whoop.
He had an amazing body, but smelled like an Abercrombie and Fitch at the mall. Man, what a throwback.
Yeah. I thought you were about to say you smelled like a roast beef sandwich.
That makes way more sense. He wouldn't stop talking about wanting to become a lawyer. I was quite uninterested in conversation, so I told him to get out of my car and we parted ways. I ran into him at a restaurant a few weeks later and found out we went to the same college. I invited him over after that, and I ended up having to walk through my entire apartment complex parking lot dressed as a slutty schoolgirl because he couldn't find my apartment. The sex was amazing, but we never spoke again after it was over.
Wait, why was she dressed up?
It doesn't say.
Okay. Was it Halloween?
She invited him over and she was dressed up, but he couldn't find her apartment.
Oh, so she like dressed up for him.
I guess. Go, and then she went to go pick him up.
I would have thrown on some sweatpants or something, but that's cool.
Also, you met him at the Arby's. I would have said, no, thank you.
Man, you are not going to know what I'm talking about, but maybe somebody else out there will.
Okay.
Do you remember that that guy who he worked at Arby's?
Okay.
and he was on the news, and like the news person was like talking to him with the microphone. Somebody had drove their car through the Arby's,
Mm.
and they were like, "What happened?" or something, and gave him the mic, and he was just talking, and he was just like, I can't even explain it, like the way he was talking, but anyways, he'd be like, da 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 da. I don't know. Arby's is pretty cool. Like, I'm gonna show you the video. Actually, let's just pull it up right now, because I'm worried I'm not explaining it right. But if anybody is familiar, and I just said Arby's is pretty cool, you know.
Okay.
But I just wrote Arby's is, and pretty cool came up. So I'm not crazy. This is what if she gave this guy head?
was just a disoriented old lady in a champagne-colored Toyota Avalon, crashing into my world like DMB circa 1996. Who's got their claws in you, my friend? Into your heart, I'll beat again.
Just before 2 p.m., an elderly
And they just keep giving him the mic back.
trying to park her car.
Prove a forgotten Apollo mission, whose only objective was to obtain a beef and cheddar classic and return home to Kathleen Quinlan safe before sundown. I don't know. Part of me wishes I'd been hit by that car instead. So I could have gotten out of work early and gone far, far away from shift manager Masha's judging emerald eyes. No, I didn't wash my shirt in between shifts, Masha. So what if I smell like roast beef? This whole place smells like roast beef.
The fire department treated
And then at the very last clip, he goes, I don't know. Arby's is pretty cool.
Tori,
Yes.
that man is on the spectrum,
Maybe. I love him. He's the best thing I've ever seen.
but for sure.
But he's done other stuff. He's been at a Satan convention.
Get it.
Somehow, news was there again. Am I being punked right now?
Okay, but what if they, like, he made that up?
Maybe.
Because have you seen those? I don't know. Have you seen those videos where, like, I don't know, it's a person that's, like, getting interviewed by a news person and they're standing in front of a different location, but it's, like, the same person.
Yeah.
5 or 6 different times.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I'm like, is this real?
this is
Did they edit it
a
in?
bit.
And like, we just weren't.
That maybe is old enough that it is real.
Maybe.
But current days, everybody's just trying to become an influencer. So
He's doing it for
actually,
like,
maybe he's
YouTube.
just was a theater kid in high school.
or that. The way he's speaking, I love it. It's really scratches something in my brain. But anyways, at the Satan convention, which I didn't know was a thing, at the end of his spiel that he gives, he goes, I don't know. Satan is pretty cool. It's like his thing. He keeps doing it. I don't know.
I love him. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna start saying I don't know. New podcast name. I don't know.
I don't know.
Arby's is
He probably has a podcast at this
pretty
point.
cool. He probably does.
Let me see what year that was. I swear, I bet it was like 2011.
I was busy on Vine back then.
Me too.
I just need I need one more. I feel like I have an urge. Confessions of Omegle, is that how you say it?
Okay, it wasn't a Satan convention. It was like a Comic-Con he was at.
Oh,
And
okay.
he was just obsessed with Satan. He kept saying stuff about it. It's weird. See, look at him. He has like a whole YouTube channel where he's doing this stuff. So like maybe it wasn't real.
Look at his same outfit. His what hat?
Weird guy nearly falls into sinkhole. Like maybe he just was like,
Yeah, maybe that was his bit back then.
it was his bit.
Jenna Marbles had a turtle backpack, you know?
But Weird Arby's guy original has 9 million views.
And I have never seen that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'll have to edit all of this to make me not seem like an idiot.
Whatever.
I just fully thought he worked at Arby's. So sorry.
Hmm.
I'm not a fast talker, so
No.
it's really impressive when somebody can do it. He said no.
Sorry.
No, I know. Sometimes I'll start talking and I'm like, I have to think of what's going on and then I say it. I can't help it. I don't know what to do to fix it. One time I Googled how to be smarter. Can you just learn new words and you just makes you smarter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you're smart.
Well, I'm not saying I'm stupid.
You
But
just want to be smarter.
I want to be like really smart. But is it too late? Like my brain
It's done developing.
is done developing, so I can't be smarter?
You can still learn things.
Yeah.
You should come take a ballet class with me.
Oh no.
I'll teach you some muscle
I
memory.
gotta learn choreography.
Yeah.
I gotta read some music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know.
Nothing. I feel like none of these are worth reading.
Give me your honest opinion right now. Does my haircut look like Lord Farquaad?
No. I promise.
Okay.
You know whose does look like Lord Farquaad?
What?
James.
Me and James have the same haircut.
No,
What
you
do mean?
don't. It's different. It's different.
Okay. Well,
It
my
needs to be
hair's-
shorter for you to be Lord Farquaad.
Okay.
Um,
Sometimes I'm looking in. It's a little shorter than I expected. Sometimes I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, why is it shaped like that?
no,
Not Lord Farquaad.
it'll grow, and you've got body. It'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I, 28 female, have been best friends with Lisa, 29 female, since college. We've been through everything together: bad breakups, job losses, family drama, you name it. So when she got married to Tom, 32 male, last year, I was genuinely happy for her. Until I wasn't. Tom is one of those guys who puts on a perfect good husband act in public, but behind closed doors, total control freak. He'd make little comments about Lisa's weight, suggest what she should wear, guilt trip her for hanging out with me too much. Just a walking red flag factory. I love that. Red flag factory. Hard to say, fun to read.
Be good on a t-shirt.
I tried to ignore it at first because, well, not my relationship, right? But then Lisa started changing quieter.
Quickly?
It says quieter. Started changing. I don't know. Maybe she's saying like she started changing. She got quieter.
Okay.
Always checking her phone like she was scared to miss a text from him, canceling plans last minute. Yeah, I think she just like forgot a comma or something.
Okay.
Canceling plans last minute. So here's where I might have overstepped. One night, Lisa got drunk at my place, and she just broke down, saying she felt trapped, like she didn't even recognize herself anymore. I didn't tell her what to do, but I did remind her of who she was before Tom. I pulled up old pics, read her old texts where she used to talk about what she really wanted in life. I didn't sugarcoat anything. I told her straight up that love isn't supposed to feel like walking on eggshells. A week later, she packed her bags and left him. And Tom, he's been blowing up my phone ever since, calling me a home wrecker and saying I brainwashed her. Maybe I did, but if reminding my best friend of her worth is brainwashing, then yeah, I'll own that. So am I actually the villain here? Because I kind of don't think I am.
Nah.
Not the villain at all.
What was he doing again?
Controlling her.
Okay, yeah. No.
She got quieter, made comments about her weight.
Oh, yeah.
Said she hung out with her friends too much. All red flags.
All red flags. Red flag factory, one might say.
Yeah, I think you did a good job there, actually.
And that's kind of like how stuff starts out and then it escalates, you know? So you might have saved her from
More.
something even more crazy.
And who knows what she wasn't telling her friend. Like, you probably don't know everything, what's happening behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I feel like the one that says boyfriend of 7+ years cheated and I ruined his life is the one we should read.
Okay.
We'll find out together if it's good or not.
Perfect.
Okay. My boyfriend for 7+ years relationship cheated on me recently and got married behind my back.
Huh?
He was in relationship with me while on his honeymoon. When I found out everything, I had proof to ruin his career and finances. Dropped anonymous tip at his company about his wrong work and they fired him. He doesn't know this yet, he doesn't know that it was me yet. Then asked him to pay back the loan we took together, made all legal agreements and secured myself financially. Then I reached out to his new wife and told her everything with proof of chats and videos. End of story. He took my 7 years, didn't care enough to plan his marriage behind my back, took my emotions, feelings, love, and made me look like a fool in a relationship. So why do I care now? Tit for tat. I know some people will say, girl, you can't do this, but I did what I felt at that time, and I do not want to feel guilty when I walk out while he was sleeping with another girl. He got married while you were together?
That's crazy.
Boyfriend of 7 years gets married while you're together.
Yeah, I'm doing all that stuff. And probably worse.
I'm taking every shoelace. I'm taking every light bulb,
Uh-huh.
battery,
The plate that goes in the microwave.
mine. I actually threw it at his car window.
Yeah.
Just one. I slashed 3 tires out of 4. For,
Because apparently that's
you know, maybe it's a thing, maybe it's a lie.
something about insurance. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know, but I would do that.
I'm also telling his mom, like,
Yeah.
something gross about him. I'm telling his mom.
Taking screenshots of like a dirty text he sent, sending that to his mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Dang, that sucks. Hopefully he's not married anymore.
Yeah, because that
Woman.
the wife
Yeah.
would have, I don't know, maybe she knew about it.
But if you're marrying someone, how long has he been with her?
Right.
Less than 7 years?
I need to know.
Which would be almost more insulting.
This is only from 4 days ago, and this is this person's only post. But like, it says she met him 6 months before. So they were together for 7 years, and the wife was 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
They were in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense of why you wouldn't know.
And she said that she doesn't know what happened because she blocked him and the wife after everything.
See, I'm nosy. I would have done looked him up.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, I probably would have blocked, but then I would have gotten on your phone and been like, show me everything. Just the opening of this. My side slut loves to give me head and loves it when I record her doing it. When she doesn't know, what she doesn't know is that sometimes I'll be texting my girlfriend while she's doing that. Men are disgusting.
I hate men.
Me too. Also, like, okay, I can't imagine letting my partner take a video of me giving him head. I don't know why, but that's my line. That's my, like, I don't want proof in that way for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we just live in such like a digital age.
It feels like it's going to go up into the cloud, and then actually my mom has it too.
Yeah,
Somehow.
somehow my mom's gonna get that.
And my mom.
Oh my gosh, me mom. And that's the worst possible
She might not
scenario.
know how to get to her photos in her phone, but
It's just gonna somehow pop up on there. Be
Yeah.
like, would you like to see something terrible? Yes or no?
I feel a little anxiety right now. Like, my heart rate went up.
Damn. It's okay. Yeah, it's kind of my line too.
Yeah.
It's okay. We don't have to have it documented.
No. I think, like, it's cool for the people that like that. But not I.
Also, I can't see how I'd find it flattering. Personally, from my perspective, I think I would be like, oh God,
Yeah.
I don't want to. Actually, it's better for me to not know what that angle looked like. Actually.
Because I can imagine it. It's not cute. I want to stop thinking about it.
Okay, we can move on.
Yeah, like, what angle? There's not a good one, is there?
Mm-mm.
I guess men don't really care. That's not what.
No.
What are they looking at if they go to look back at that? Like, why is that erotic? Just the thought of that happening.
Yeah, probably.
Well, cool.
Good for them.
The end?
The end. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please go follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube so we can monetize. If you like the Reddit stories, let us know. We'll do some more.
Yeah, because I can do more research and find some more.
Yeah.
That was fun for me.
Yeah. It was good. Some of those stories are so crazy.
I'm going to go have a peanut butter sandwich.
Hell yeah, because you're not allergic.
Mm-mm,
No milk for you, though.
True.
Okay. New episodes every Monday. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.